For Pacifica Radio, I'm Christina Onnested. President Donald Trump is preparing an executive order to shut down the Department of Education. The Wall Street Journal's reporting a draft text of the order compels the Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, to take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure based on the maximum extent appropriate and permitted by law. Trump Thursday said the goal is to put education in the hands of states, where it could be on par to Norway and other Northern European nations.
Do it. I mean, we're starting the process. We're trying to get the schools back into the states. Let the states run the schools. And I'll tell you, you'll see something, it's gonna blow your mind. It'll be run so well. The school system. And I also believe in school choice, but that will take care of itself.
Democrats are vowing to fight the plan. Catherine Carley reports.
Do we need to make the Department of Education more efficient? I believe we do. Do we need to destroy it and wreak havoc for working class families across this country? Absolutely not.
Progressive Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders says a coordinated effort is underway to privatize public schools. President Donald Trump plans to sign an executive order directing Secretary of Education Linda McMahon to begin closing the department as far as allowed by law. Staff have already been warned of deep program cuts and layoffs. Meanwhile, at least 5 GOP-led states want to let local school boards deny enrollment to undocumented students. Tennessee State Representative William Lamberth says lawmakers bear no responsibility for the children of those migrants.
We want to focus on legal citizens and U.S. citizens, especially when it comes to our limited dollars in the budget every single year.
The policy may violate the 1982 Supreme Court decision, which says children get a free public education regardless of immigration status. Supporters say they're eager to see if the current court would overturn that ruling. I'm Catherine Carley for Pacifica Network and Public News Service.
Meanwhile, 8 states are suing the Trump administration to stop freezing hundreds of millions of dollars in federal grants in the education sector that make up about 14% of K through 12 funding and a larger portion of the budget for colleges and universities. California Attorney General Rob Bonta is helping to lead the charge. Kennedy Cuello reports.
Grants that fund teacher preparation programs were put in place by Congress to address the national teacher shortage by providing them scholarships and paid opportunities to be student teachers. State Attorney General Rob Bonta.
Terminating these grants hurts aspiring teachers and the K-12 schools that rely on this federal funding to bring teachers into their classrooms.
These grant programs primarily focus on solving shortages of teachers in rural communities and for students that need more support.
I can't sit back while the president attempts to pull the rug out from under aspiring teachers and kicks our kids' futures to the curb. I won't sit back while he violates the law, undermines Congress's responsibility, and fails to make good on federal financial obligations.
I'm Kennedy Cuello.
Attorneys General from Massachusetts, New Jersey, Colorado, Illinois, Maryland, New York, and Wisconsin are part of the suit. House Democrats have been opposing Republican budget-cutting plans, saying they could devastate Medicaid health services for millions of people. They held a hearing on the issue in Washington Thursday. Christopher Martinez reports.
Congressmember Hakeem Jeffries is the House Democratic leader. He laid out the issues.
House Republicans have introduced a reckless budget that would set in motion the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. It will devastate children, devastate families, devastate people with disabilities, devastate older Americans. It's unconscionable and it's un-American.
Republicans are pushing a plan for massive cuts to the federal budget. They say the plans would not hit Medicaid. But a new analysis by the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says that goal cannot be reached without cuts to Medicaid. Cody Kinsley talked about Medicaid programs in North Carolina, where he had served previously as State Secretary of Health and Human Services. He says North Carolina expanded its Medicaid program in 2023, saving about $1,000 per person per year.
Let's create real efficiencies by improving how eligibility systems work so that people aren't tangled up in a web of nonsense and states don't have to spend as much time building technology. But let's be clear, any dollar just ripped out of the system will jeopardize the promising path that we are on, and it will jeopardize the health of millions.
Another witness, Chris Dunham, is a caregiver for a 16-year-old son with complex medical needs.
We're not wealthy. We're just trying to make it day to day.
Medicaid is nothing short of a lifeline for us. Our future is now uncertain. It's also heartbreaking because I've been hopeful that our country was moving forward in recognizing the need to invest in the care economy. Please protect it.
Reporting for Pacifica Radio News KPFA, I'm Christopher Martinez.
Officials say Russia targeted Ukraine's energy sector in a large-scale missile and drone bombardment overnight. The attack came hours after Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said talks with the U.S. on ending a 3-year war will take place next week. I'm Christina Onnested, reporting for Pacifica Radio.